Raising chickens is something very easy, which means everyone can start chickens from everywhere at any time. But when it comes to what you're earning, is it worth you've invested in? That's when you will say that there is that one darker side of raising chickens. We're having three categories here. There are those people who are starting chickens just as their side hustle, and then there are those people who are starting chickens just as a hobby, and then there are those people who are starting chickens as their main income stream. These three categories are very different, which means there are lots of factors rotating around. In this video, we're going to be digging deep into what we are talking about here. Mzee Chicks is my name. Always here to see everyone who is doing chickens. Of course, I'm the world's best chicken dad. Why are we getting disappointed with the raising chickens? It is all about we are earning not worth we are investing in. That is the reason why each and every day people we are getting, or people are getting disappointed in this venture of raising chickens. Now, there are few things, or there are lots of factors to consider, and one of these factors, it is all about breed selection and feeding. That is very, very important. We are just minding about numbers, but when we are forgetting what we call breed selection and feeding. We talked about three categories. There are those people who are raising chickens just as their side hustle, and there are those people who are raising chickens just as a hobby, and then at the same time there are those people who are raising chickens as their main income stream. These three categories, they are a bit different, and if it happens you're raising chickens just as your side hustle, guys, you need to go with the breeds of chickens that bring you very fast to market. When I talk about very fast to market, I mean these breeds of chicken that grows very fast, or these breeds of chickens you will invest in your money, and within a shortest period of time you're getting back your money. In case you're raising chickens just as a side hustle. Then secondly, it is feeding, minding about feeding. Most people we are raising chickens, we know that within 2-3 months they are ready to market. But again, when it comes to feeding, again you're feeding these chickens as if that are taking long maybe to take you to market, or they are taking long to mature. As they were preparing some of these breeds of chickens, of course, these genetic graders, they minded about what we call feeding. That's why if you're going for breeders, you need to follow how to feed breeders. You need to follow what to feed broilers within that shortest period of time you already there in market. So that is the breed selection and the nutrition. Then if it happen you just raising these chickens as a hobby, I don't see the reason why you go for these short-term breeds of chickens. Cause these short-term breeds of chickens, you need to feed them on pressure. You need to feed them non-stop. That's what I will say. But if it happen, it is just a side, it is just a hobby, then you go for these other breeds of chickens that take long, maybe to take long to reach maturity age, that you can stay with for a longer period of time. Here I can advise someone to go with these local breeds of chickens, because these chickens you can stay with them for a longer period of time. And what I will say, you will not be disappointed maybe in terms of feeding. they are not fed on pressure just because they are taking long to reach maturity age. Then there is that other category of people. Those are raising chickens as their main income stream. Guys, if it happens you're raising chickens, you're starting chickens as your main income stream, guys, I always advise that you need to move step by step. There are lots of things here to consider. Starting from where you're setting up your farm, that is land. The way you're going to be setting up your chicken structures should be equaling with the which type of chickens you'll be bringing in. Then how many chickens you're bringing in, and then how are you going to be feeding these chickens. People, we are building nice chicken structures just because you're doing it as your main income stream. But at the end of the day, when it comes to bringing in chickens, then we are bringing in chickens that will not bring back your money. There are lots of breeds, as we are saying, but again, when it comes to that one person who is investing lots of money in this chicken adventure, then you need to look for that one breed that will be bringing back your money. Let's take an example. You've already spent lots of money on maybe putting up a chicken structure. You've already spent lots of money setting up everything. Then at the end of the day, you're bringing in these hybrid chickens, maybe Broilers. Guys, it will take you time to bring back your money. Then you've already invested lots of money. You've already selected well your breed of chickens. Then you've decided very well how are you going to feed these chickens. But when it comes to employ these people who are going to be taking care to these chickens, again, you look for these people who are illiterate. At the end of the day, everything you've spent there, everything you've invested in, at the end of the day, you will not get what you've invested in. So guys, there are lots of factors that are leading us not to get what we are investing in chickens. Some of these factors we need to know which category, which place are you falling in. Are you raising chickens as a side hustle? Are you raising chickens as a hobby? Or are you raising chickens as your main income stream? These days there is what we call high competition in the market. If you're just doing chickens as a side hustle, I'm telling you, you will not compete with those people who are raising chickens as their main income stream. Because when you start chickens as your main income stream, that's when you will come up with all other alternatives. In the case maybe there is difficulty in the market, you will be having all these strategies. At the end of the day, how are you going to sell your farm products or your chickens or your eggs? Now, so guys, before getting disappointed after starting chickens, you need to mind about, or you need to think about that there is even that darker side of raising chickens. But that darker side of raising chickens, it comes after not being prepared on what you're going to be starting. Being prepared, it is not all about collecting your money. It is all about what we've been talking about in this video. Guys, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and you call people to join this community, as we are learning lots and lots about raising chickens or about farming in general. Lots of love, Mzee Chicks. Sign out.